service pros. Stop competing price. Start dominating value. This is the Pool Profit Pros podcast, your personal roadmap to $1 million money model for your pool business. The Pool Profit Pros podcast is a production of Pro Tough Products, a premium pool pro solutions provider since 2014. Let's face it, every pool service company has problems. Let's generate effective solutions together.
Welcome back to Pool Profit Pros. This is episode 13. And if you've been following along, you know we're kicking off section 4, advanced money models and upsells.
That's right. And hey, congrats for sticking with it this far. You've done the foundational work right. We've covered the mindset shift, building that premium offer back in section 1.
Yeah, but then section 2 was all about getting a solid flow of those better clients, the ones who actually want the premium service.
Exactly. And section 3 was crucial, scaling up with systems, automations, maybe even your first hires. So you actually have the capacity to handle the growth. You built the engine.
So the mission changes a bit now. We've got the premium offer, we've got the capacity. Now it's about really maximizing the profit, the lifetime value from every single client relationship.
It's about how you present your prices.
Yeah.
Structuring things to naturally guide clients toward your most profitable options. This structure, honestly, it's the core of what we call a successful $1 million money model.
Okay, makes sense. So where do we start with that structure today?
We're starting with a really powerful psychological tool called price anchoring. And the way we deploy it is through structuring good, better, best service packages. But the real magic is in one specific piece, the Decoy offer.
Decoy offer. Okay, I like the sound of that. Let's unpack this. Price anchoring. That's about controlling how the client sees value, right? Setting a baseline.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You set the anchor high first. It defines the top end of the price range in their mind. So let's get specific. This Decoy offer, it's your highest tier. Maybe you call it something like the Platinum Concierge tier.
Platinum Concierge sounds fancy.
It has to sound exclusive, yeah. And critically, you price it substantially higher than the package you actually want most people to buy, your core premium package.
Yeah.
Let's say 40%, maybe even 50% higher.
Okay, so if my target premium is, say, $200 a month, this Decoy needs to be like $300, $350.
Exactly in that range. $300, $350 a month feels about right. And importantly, you load it up. I mean, really load it up with everything imaginable. Weekly deck pressure washing, maybe automated chemical deliveries, super frequent filter cartridge replacements, things that sound impressive but maybe aren't needed by everyone.
Hold on, though. If I throw a $350 option out there first, aren't I just going to scare people off? Why wouldn't they just bolt for the competitor down the street who's still advertising that basic $150 service? That's
the $1 million question, isn't it? And it gets right to the psychology. See, the Decoy's primary job isn't actually to sell itself in huge numbers. You might only get, 5% of clients, maybe even fewer, who actually choose that platinum tier?
Okay.
Its real job is to completely reset the client's internal gauge for what's expensive. When their brain sees that $350 price tag first, that becomes the upper limit. It kind of normalizes higher pricing overall for your services.
Ah, I see. So it makes the $350 seem like the ceiling.
Exactly. And then it triggers something psychologists call the compromise effect, or sometimes extremeness aversion.
Yeah.
Basically, people don't usually like picking the absolute cheapest option. It feels risky, like they're compromising on quality, right? They worry about what might go wrong.
Yeah, nobody wants the bargain basement pool service that leads to a green pool.
Right. But they also often shy away from the most expensive option. It can feel wasteful, maybe even a bit extravagant. So when you present 3 clear options, good, better, best, the human brain is sort of naturally drawn towards the middle, the perceived safe bet.
So by putting that really expensive Decoy out there, you're shifting what feels like the safe middle ground away from your basic, maybe lower margin package.
And pulling it right up into your premium care package. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
So the $200 premium option suddenly looks like the smart choice. It's clearly better than basic. It avoids all those risks. But hey, it's way cheaper than that crazy $350 platinum thing.
You nailed it. It feels like the best value. And remember, this whole strategy works so much better because you've already done the work from sections 1 and 2. You've niched down. You're talking to clients who already prioritize peace of mind. They aren't sweating an extra $50 a month if it means avoiding that nightmare scenario of coming home to a swampy pool and facing a massive repair bill.
Gotcha. So the structure, the anchoring, that's the framework. But, okay, we still need to make that premium package feel worth the money, especially if we're aiming for those healthier margins. It can't just look like the smart choice because of the Decoy. It has to be the smart choice.
Absolutely critical. You have to stack the value. It needs to feel packed, like they're getting a ton for that $200 or whatever your premium price is.
Yeah.
We have to go beyond just saying, we clean your pool really well.
Right.
Want help putting these strategies into practice? We've got some great free resources to help you get moving in the right direction and speed your path to success. Check out the show notes for a link to all of our support resources.
So we need specific, tangible add-ons, things that shout value to the client, but maybe don't cost us a fortune in extra time or materials, things that build that feeling of certainty.
Certainty is the key word. It's about turning routine maintenance, stuff you might already be doing loosely, into structured, documented, preventative value.
Okay, let's brainstorm some. We touched on preventative stuff before, like O-rings.
Yes, that's a perfect example. Structured, proactive O-ring and seal lubrication. Put it on a schedule, maybe quarterly, maybe semi-annually, and list it as a feature of the premium tier.
And the actual work is, what, 10 extra minutes for the tech?
Probably 10 minutes, maybe less once they get the hang of it. And the cost, pennies for lubricant. It's tiny.
But the perceived value for the homeowner.
Huge. Because you're not just lubricating an O-ring. You're preventing a potentially catastrophic pump leak. You're stopping that $800, maybe $1,000 repair bill, plus the hassle, the downtime. You're selling them insurance against a major headache. That's the leverage. Tiny cost, huge perceived preventative value.
Okay, I love that. It shifts the conversation from just cleaning to actively preventing problems. What else? How do we position ourselves less like a pool guy and more like an expert consultant?
Leverage the data you're already collecting. Instead of just dipping a test strip and saying, yep, chemicals look good, you elevate the presentation. Offer comprehensive, maybe even digital, water analysis reports.
Like a PDF.
Exactly. A professional-looking PDF. Maybe include some simple graphs showing chemical trends over the last few months. Projections even. Something tangible they can see, maybe even forward to their spouse.
Oh, that's smart. It proves they hired an expert, not just someone splashing chemicals. It justifies the premium price tag because it looks like serious analysis. You're positioning yourself as a water quality specialist.
That's the idea. It elevates the whole interaction. And maybe one more quick one that screams certainty. Include basic structured leak detection checks as part of that premium tier.
Now wait, full leak detection is expensive and time-consuming.
Right, this isn't the full pressure testing and dye tracing service. This is simpler. Just a systematic visual check of the equipment pad, looking for drips, checking the visible plumbing around the pool edge, maybe doing a quick bucket test marker on a rotating basis, like once a month or quarter. Document it.
Why is that little check so valuable?
Because catching a slow, hidden leak early can save that homeowner hundreds, maybe thousands, on their water bill over a year. Not to mention preventing potential damage to the pool shell or the deck foundation if it goes unnoticed for too long. Again, you're selling peace of mind. You're helping them avoid those scary what-ifs.
Okay, I see the pattern. The O-rings, the reports, the leak check. It's all about removing anxiety for the client. It justifies the premium because you're paying to not worry.
That's the core of it.
But if you're going to charge that premium and you're selling certainty, you absolutely have to stand behind it, which means you need a rock-solid guarantee, right? Something to take away any lingering risk for the client, kill that buyer's remorse.
Non-negotiable. A weak guarantee undermines the whole premium positioning. It needs to be bold. It needs a name, something that reflects the high standards we talked about back in section 1, like that crystal clear commitment idea.
The crystal clear commitment. Okay, what does that actually promise?
It needs teeth. The promise is if the client reports any issue with water clarity or, the general aesthetic look of the pool within, say, 24 hours of your service visit, you return and fix it immediately. No questions asked, no charge.
Okay, that's strong. Immediate fix. But what's the real kicker? The part that shows ultimate confidence.
The escalation. If, for whatever reason, you cannot get back there and resolve that reported issue within that 24-hour window, the entire next week's service is completely free.
Wow. Okay, free service.
Yeah.
That sounds risky. We spent all this time talking about maximizing profit, protecting margins. What happens if you get that one client, you know the type, who just nitpicks everything trying to score free service all the time? Won't they abuse that?
But see, that's the hidden genius of such a bold guarantee. It's not just protecting the client. It's actually a powerful filter for you. It's a client screening mechanism.
How so?
Think about it. If a brand new client, maybe in their first month or two, immediately starts trying to trigger that free service clause over tiny, maybe even invisible issues, what have they just done?
They basically raised a giant red flag saying, I'm going to be difficult.
Exactly. They've self-identified as potentially high maintenance, maybe low trust, and likely low profit in the long run. That strong guarantee forces those tendencies out into the open early.
So you spot the problem clients right away.
Right at the start. Then you have a choice. You can have a very direct conversation to manage their expectations, clarify the guarantee isn't for microscopic issues, or you can decide to part ways early before they become a constant drain on your team's time, energy, and morale. The guarantee protects your business just as much as it protects the good clients. It helps you weed out the bad fits.
That is actually brilliant. It flips the script on the guarantee.
Yeah.
It's not just a cost center, it's a profitability tool. And this whole structure thing, the anchoring, the tiers, it's not just for pools, is it? I remember hearing about how the fitness industry kind of cracked this code, too.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great parallel. Many successful gyms or fitness programs stopped just giving away free trials, which often attracted tire kickers. Instead, they started offering things like a premium-priced 6-week transformation challenge.
Right, with clear goals.
Clear, measurable goals, yeah.
Yeah.
And here was the hook. If the client actually hit specific results, lost X pounds, or increased strength by Y amount, they'd get their entire challenge fee back.
Wow, okay.
Usually only as a credit towards a longer-term ongoing membership. See the structure. It removed the financial risk if they were serious and got results, but it simultaneously guided them directly into becoming a long-term, high-value member. It converted way better than try us free for a week ever did.
Because the structure made the ongoing membership feel like the next logical, almost inevitable step. It wasn't a separate decision. It was part of the initial offer's design.
That's the power of structuring the sequence. And it's exactly what we're talking about for your pool business. The power is in that deliberate structure. The tiered pricing with the decoy anchor combined with that stacked value that eliminates anxiety, all backed up by a powerful guarantee that filters your clients. You step completely out of the race to the bottom.
Which brings us right back to the big why. We talk about lifetime value, LTV, but let's get real. Once you actually implement this, once you start commanding these healthier premium margins using these structures, what does that extra profit really buy you? What's the tangible benefit?
It buys you freedom, real operational freedom. It's the money you need to invest back into the business in ways that actually move the needle. Better tech, for instance,
Right.
Like robust route optimization software that saves fuel and time, or a really good CRM that integrates everything, maybe even automates generating those slick water analysis reports we talked about. Tech that smooths out the bumps and boosts the client experience.
Makes sense. Tech that saves time and improves quality.
Yes. And maybe even more importantly, that profit buys you the freedom to attract, hire, train, and keep top-quality employees. Reliable techs who understand the premium promise, who can deliver on that crystal-clear commitment without you having to micromanage everything.
People you can trust.
People you can build a real, scalable business around. It gives you the breathing room to frankly fire your worst clients, that bottom 10% who cause 80% of the headaches, and still see your overall revenue and profit go up. That's the ultimate win. That's moving beyond just buying yourself a demanding, low-paying job and actually building a sustainable, valuable asset. That's what the $1 Million Money Model really delivers.